Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. We are once again looking ahead to today's slate for the 27th of June for the WNBA. We have a very nice slate today. It's looking pretty good. As normal, like I said, if you guys go ahead and enjoy the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. Like I said, I definitely do see the support of all the thumbs up. So, like I said, it means a lot to me. Thank you. And also, if you guys are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I see there's a lot of new people seeing the channel. I've been doing this since 2013, mostly focused on NBA, DFS. I'm a two-time $100,000 takedown champion back in the day now, but back in 2017, 2019. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, so hopefully you guys do find this advice well. And like I said, if you do, leave a like and also hit that subscribe button. Just recently, about 75% of you guys are not subscribed. So, like I said, we're getting a lot of new viewership. So, if you got to help me out and also help yourself out and hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and you guys will be good to go. So, last night we were pretty spot on, man. I mean, I told you guys to do a mini Washington stack. I thought they were going to beat the Aces or come close. Boom. And then, I said the same thing about, Indiana. I said Indiana's going to be in trouble in this game, and boom, Sparks beat them. Yeah, I was pretty spot on. You guys probably profited pretty well last night. Howard was the only one but she did okay. But Sophia Cunningham with those four steals, she definitely was a solid play. Wheeler as well wasn't too bad. And then obviously Sutton, I would have told you guys to pick her, especially if Skies was out. But I thought Skies was playing, and then randomly she wasn't. But yeah, Sutton was a good play. And like I said, I told you about the Aces. I don't like messing with them because you don't know who's gonna go off besides Wilson, and she's like almost 10,000. And then like I said, for the Sparks, we didn't know who's gonna pop off, Hamby or Stevens. Looks like it was Stevens again. Plum had a half decent game, and then Fever struggled a little bit without Miss Clark. So that's the little recap. Let's get into today's slate. We got a pretty big one, so we'll slightly go fast in these, but still give you guys all the information. So we got the Ling Tanking on the Dream. This is an interesting one, 156 and a 1.5 spread. So one of the lower totals on this slate. Collier is still game time decision. If she does miss this game, it's going to be her third straight game. If she does play this game, well, then I think Minnesota wins this game. Um, kind of like last time. If Collier's out and Shepard starts, got to put in Shepard at her price tag. I didn't look at it, but it's probably like 56, I would say. 6,000 smackers. Okay. E- Honestly, guys, even at that price tag, even if Collier's out, that's pretty high. I think people will chase it, but 6,000 for Shepard. She doesn't have the massive usage rate. Yeah, I know she had a double double. She's not a high usage rate player. Oh man, Fanduel 6K, crazy. All right. And then like I said, Smith, like I said, she's probably going to be bumped up there as well. I'm guessing probably like seven something, 6 7. Yeah, see what I'm saying? 6 7, and she had 50. Anyway, um, if Collier's out, Smith and Shepard once again. I don't mind taking a look at Williams. I know she sucked really bad last game, and I was high on her, but I don't mind going back to her. Only if Collier's out. If Collier plays, I don't really have any Minnesota people on the Atlanta side. I don't have much going on here. I think Brianna Jones could have a half decent game. Ryan Howard, I think both of them could be solid, but it's just not really a good DFS game for me. Like I said, depending on Collier, like I said, maybe Smith, maybe Shepard, but they're not cheap. Um, Slightly off that game, especially with the low total, but keep an eye on Collier, and it's one of the first games of the day. Indiana Fever taking on the Dallas Wings. So Fever are on a back-to-back. Clark did not play last night, so I would expect her to play tonight. If not, then we're gonna kind of see what we did last night with Indiana. Over here on the Dallas side, we still have Carrington as a game time decision. So I'm very intrigued here. I think everybody's going to be on Lee Yuri here, Yahari. I think I'm not sure how you say her name, but she probably went up too. I'm guessing 45, not bad. So if she starts again, I really don't mind her. I think everyone's going to be on her. Um, like I said, I've been watching quite a bit from her. She only shot 4 for 9. She had 10 points, 15 rebounds. She played more of the center position for the Wings here. When she was playing for the Sparks, she was playing kind of the power forward center. She was shooting a lot of mid range and some 3 pointers as well. So I think once she gets a little bit more comfortable, I think she'll probably start knocking down some 3 pointers. So if she starts, I mean, I could see her getting 13 to 16 points and 7 8 rebounds in this one. So she starts another solid play. Everyone's going to be on her for solid reason. I mean, she wanted out of Seattle, and here she is. Um, see. I mean, like I said, Indiana is one of the faster paced teams, and it's going to be a uptick for Dallas, so that's going to help out Dallas here. I know they're not the greatest on paper, but like I said, uptick. Like I said, we already evenly. I could be, see Smith is really frustrating the way they play her. They only play her in like 3 to 4 minutes at a time. She had 32 minutes, and then after that's been terrible. So I like her if she got 32 minutes, but she doesn't. So it was a slight trap last time out. Unfortunately, with her, so I would not be on her. Paige Beckers is pretty expensive, 7-7. Abigaili, both of them, I think they both of them could be good here. As I just mentioned, Indiana's on a back to back, so Dallas might have a little bit of momentum. I know they're not the greatest, but Abigaili's been playing a lot better, actually shooting the ball like she was last year. And then Paige Beckers, finally getting some help a little bit from Abigaili, and her system went up a little bit as well. So both of those two, I think, are worth the shot if you can get them in there. I don't think their ownership will be high, but I really do not mind targeting, especially Abigail and GPPs, because, like I said, it's a pace up spot here for Indiana. I mean, for Dallas, especially if Clark does play. Um, I don't think if Carrington plays, I don't think it's going to really affect Abigail and Beckers too much here. Once again, I don't mind looking at Ari McDonald off the bench. It is a back to back, so not too crazy, but she should still be able to get you 18 or 20. But she's 5'5", so she's not really too cheap anymore. If Carrington doesn't play, you can always look at James. If James comes off the bench here, she did half decent off the bench, and looks like her usage rate's pretty solid. She only played 23 minutes, so keep that in mind. And then we got Teddy Ham, kind of my GPP call out last night, huh? 23-4, nothing crazy, but man, probably definitely helped out for sure. 4 steals. So you can go back to her if Clark's out, but I'm not really on Indiana here. So Minnesota and Atlanta, we already went through that one. We're going to go to New York and Phoenix. This one here is going to be an interesting one. I like it here. We have Mercury. Like I said, we have a 168.5 and a 1.5. This is these are two of the best teams here in the league. Check out. All right. Sorry about that, guys. 1 second. All right. So Liberty are the number one pace team in the league with a 79.3, and Mercury are the fourth. Mercury score the sixth most points, 82.3, and Liberty are 87.8, and that's number one. So this should be a heavyweight matchup. This should be a fast-paced game here. I know a lot of these women are pretty expensive, but I feel like you gotta spend up for them. Sabrina Ionescu, this I think she's my GPP in a way. 7,700. The reason I call her that is because she's pretty expensive. Um, she just came back from injury against Golden State. Played 11-7-4. Did all right. This is a fast-paced game here. They're going to need Sabrina. They're going to need Sabrina and Stewart, both of them here. I think Adescu, like I said, probably going to get you about 38 to 40. I could see her topping out 45. This could be a half-decent game for Sabrina and Adescu. Same thing with Brianna Stewart. Both of them are in play. 8,600. She's a little bit more expensive, a little bit more steady than Sabrina Ionescu, but I think Ionescu definitely could pop off, especially still with Jones being out. So, a little sluggish coming out of the gate last time out for Ionescu, but I think, like I said, she can rebound here in this one. And then you got Miss Copper coming back from injury. She's still playing low minutes. She had 5 steals. She's 6'5" now. I think she's a little overpriced. Can she definitely pop off for you? 100%. But you got to remember, she had 5 steals, so that's 3 points a pop, 15. She still did good, but she's only playing 20 to 23 minutes. She might maybe top out at 25 here, so she's okay. But 6'5" price tag is very expensive to play for someone that's coming back from injury, in my eyes. Guys, I just don't like messing with a lot of these Phoenix, especially Sammy Whitcomb, man. She's really screwed me over. You see this one right here? Yeah, I see that five bomb. Yeah, that was me. I picked her on that day, and ever since then, I called her the Tony Snell of the NBA. I'm the WNBA, and then she's been half decent. So 5,000, you can take a shot with Sammy Whitcomb. I personally don't. I'm not a fan of Sammy, like fantasy wise, just because I have bad luck with her. But I mean, obviously, she's been half decent. It's a fast paced game against Liberty. I think she'll probably get you around 23, 25. So she's an okay cash game play, but I wouldn't go crazy, crazy stupid on her. And then we got Maria Johannes here. kind of all over the place as well. If she starts, she's okay. Burke kind of came out of the blue, but I think she's still a good spot here at 4,900. I mean, she's still, like I said, she'll probably still play around 23 to 25 points at 4,900. I think she's probably one of your better value plays on the slate. I think a lot of people will chase her, but I'm not chasing the last game. I'm looking at the last three. And 6 points, 2 rebounds. I get that, not great, but the best thing is her shots. She's actually shooting the ball here. Her usage rate's going up a little bit, so I don't mind looking at Miss Kennedy Burke, especially. They're going to need her off the bench. Um, if you want to take a GPP shot with Monique, I'm not gonna say her last name. You can. Only had 18 minutes against Chicago. Still had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. New York, the team she's facing, had 21, 1-6, her best game of the season. So you can definitely look at her, but I don't know. She's not really a high scorer, so that's not really her main game. All right, then we got Rebecca Gardner here. She's playing out of her mind in her eyes. 16 to 16. I don't mind her as a GPP either. 3,900. She played 33 minutes last time out. So if someone's 3,900 and get me mid 20 to 30 minutes, put her in there in some GPPs. Cash game's not, but if you're playing GPPs, she is a very solid option. All right, moving on to the forwards. Already talked about Stewart. Obviously, a really good play. Alyssa Thomas. She's more of your triple double player without a ton of turnovers. So don't mind her. It's kind of hit and miss with Thomas as well. 8,500. I'd rather go to Stewart, to be honest with you. Sabali, she's been all right. We'll have to see how she does without Jokiel Jones. She might be able to have a solid game in this one. Sabelli, she's just overpriced in my eyes. Max, an okay GPP play. It's not a really high usage rate for her, unfortunately, but she's an okay option. That's kind of what we're looking at in that one. So definitely going to be one of the games I'm going to be targeting for sure. All right, Connecticut and Seattle. So Connecticut is one of the worst teams, or I think the worst team in the league. We have a 156.5 and a 19.5 spread, as you can tell by the spread. Um, Yeah, so we have Connecticut as the 12th ranked pace team, so really slow, and then we got Seattle ranked third. So this is a slight downcrease here for Seattle, and plus the bottom concern here. And like I said, Connecticut only scores 70 points a game, which is almost like literally dead last in the league. So um, I, I I really don't have any exposure to this game, to be honest with you. This is one of those scenarios where you hope that maybe Seattle can get their points within the first three quarters, and then they're going to probably bench everyone in the fourth. I mean, I don't think they're touchable. There's other games that are a lot more competitive. So, like I said, to be honest with you guys, I'm probably just going to fade this game. There's nothing really to talk about. Not even GPP plays. So, um, waving the white flag on this one. Just avoid it. I mean, if you really want to, in GPPs, Awunike, Dickens, and Williams, you hope that they can maybe hit their points. But I'm just, I don't need to go there tonight with all the games. If this was a two gamer, that would really suck with that Seattle on the slate. All right, Chicago and Golden State. We're gonna move to our last one. We got a 157 and a 8.5 spread. So I'm actually very intrigued by that 157. I think that's kind of low, to be honest with you. I know it's not even a back to back either for the Valkyries, so I'm very shocked by that. And the reason why I say that is because Chicago is the second fastest team in the entire league, and the Valkyrie obviously play a little bit slower, but they're ranked ninth. I think the Valkyrie gets sped up a little bit here. I think it's a good spot for them. And like I said, Chicago is a really bad defense, especially against the 3 point land. I've been telling you guys that the last couple times, so I really don't mind a couple of these Valkyrie players in this one. I don't know if a lot of people go that way, but I really don't mind a couple. And we got to talk about Chicago too. So as I mentioned, it's a Cardosa. I think it's the one who went to overseas. So she's gone, one of the main plugs over there, right? High usage rate, rebound rate as well. So they do have Elizabeth Williams as the projected center to take over uh, for Cardosa. And if Williams actually plays and gets you 25, 30 minutes and actually plays like a real center, I don't mind it. But they're either going to do that or they're only going to play 12 to 15, kind of a center by committee. We'll have to see. Timmy's already out. I think that's what I heard. So she is out there. But like I said, Elizabeth Williams, if she starts, I really like her at $4,600. Like I said, I hope she plays big minutes. But even against Atlanta, she had 21 minutes, 32.5. So this isn't the Elizabeth Williams that we knew a couple years ago. I'm not sure if you guys knew about her, but she was pretty dang good a couple years ago. Elizabeth Williams, double double machine back in the day. But she's a little bit older now, so but I can still see her getting you 18 to 20. She's $4,600, so even if she doesn't start, it's definitely worth a consider. But I just don't know who they would really start in her spot. And like I said, if Williams does start, I'm not going to pronounce her last name because I don't want to butcher it, but she would be the main forward off the bench because Chicago really doesn't have any other forwards. Um, so I know it hasn't really been great recently, but like I said, I can see her getting anywhere from 14 to 16 minutes in this game. If you're looking for a deep GPP, like I said, I'm a GPP player, so if you're looking for a GPP plug, I think she can maybe get you, like I said, maybe 16 to 18 at max. Who knows? Maybe she go get you a 23 bomb, but um, I don't think anyone's going to be on her. But like I said, she's the main person off the bench here for Chicago. So if Williams gets hurt or injured or whatever the case is, she's gonna have to play a little more at 3,600, so definitely worth a look. All right, Stephanie Talbot's been playing a little bit better here as well at 4,500. As I mentioned before, I am not scared of Chicago, and I'm not really a big Talbot fan, but gee, she did play 28 minutes, but definitely, like I said, take that with a grain of salt. She's had two good games. Like I said, I hate chasing players when they have good games, but also her usage rate the last two games have gone up. Her shots have gone up. Also, like I said, I don't know if you guys know Talbot, but she's a half decent 3-point shooter as well. So seems like she's getting a little bit comfortable. So really don't mind looking at her. Um, you can always look at MRRE. I think that's how you say her name off the bench. She's always a good option. Thornton at 6'6", I think could have a really solid game here. Like I said, she's been the main player there. I think she's going to get you about 28, 30, so solid cash game play. And then Angel Reese, oh man, I usually don't like picking her, but she's been popping off like insanely recently. So I don't see a reason not to play Angel Reese. It might be a trap, yes, I know, but man, she's been popping off, especially with Cardosa not being here. She's gonna get who knows? She might get 20 plus rebounds in this game. I don't know. Her usage rate's gonna go up a little bit. Um, It should just be, like I said, an interesting one here. And then Chicago, like I said, Eric 62, another solid option. Especially with Cardosa being out, I think she can get you high 20s, maybe low 30s. Veronica Burton, more of an assist player, did a little bit better last time with 31 bombs. So she's another kind of a GPP hybrid play. She's either going to do good or not do good. So she likes it. She's okay. They did not play Chin at all, even with Carla out. Kate Martin's the one who actually got everything. So if Carla's out again, I think you got to go look at Kate Martin. I thought it was going to be Chin, but it was Martin off the bench. So Martin came out of nowhere and scored 21 points. Last time she got over 20 minutes, she had 9 points, 12 points, and then 21. So like I said, keep an eye on her at $4,000. Like I said, if Carla is out, Kate Martin's probably one of your best cheap options of the slate. All right, sorry the video's going a little bit longer, but like I said, there is a lot to get to. So let's go make a kind of a ghost lineup for you guys. So like I said, I really don't mind Sabrina Ionescu on the top end if you want to go that way. If you don't have the money for her, like I said, Ariel Atkins at 6,200 is really looking solid. Like I said, without Cardosa, she's going to have to shoot a little bit more. Burton, like I said, hybrid play. McDonald's a solid cash game play. Little weary on the back to back, but don't mind it. Um, this is kind of weird, but I don't think they'll do it. But if for some weird reason Erica Wheeler does not start in this game, I like her more. If she starts, I don't like Erica Wheeler because I think she's going to get a couple like junk minutes off the bench. I know she's a veteran, but I could definitely see her getting some junk minutes off the bench for sure. Um, I already mentioned James, and don't mind James. Obviously, Rachel. Sorry, not Rachel. Kate Martin is the one. So 4,000. Like I said, that's only if Carla is out again. You can go look at her. And then, I thought there was one more that I missed. There might be, or she might be on the forward. All right, it gives you about 5,200 here. My top play from if you had to spend up, probably Stewart. If you want a little bit cheaper, Angel Reese. I know a lot of people don't like her, but Angel Reese 78, I like her. If not, Thornton's okay cash game play. Shepard's okay if Collier is out. Um, like I said, Elizabeth Williams, if she starts, I like her. I'm just a little weary about how many minutes she's going to get. Then you got Lee as well here at 4,500. Another good option, Talbot GPP. So, some really good options. And then obviously, I already mentioned her as well, and deep GPPs as well. And then think that was mostly it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's a little bit longer than normal. Give me a like, I do appreciate it. And like I said, if you guys find this video useful, like I said, definitely hit that subscribe button. There was also a couple of you guys asking about for donations or anything like that. If you guys went with my advice, and like I said, I never asked for anything like that. But if you guys do want to do that, you guys can definitely message me. We'll have my Twitter in the comment section for you guys. So if you guys want to message me about that or just message me about today's slate and get some information, click that link down below. It'll take you right to my Twitter. Give us a follow and message me, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to. So, all right, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And once again, thank you for all the support, everybody.